How did we get this melt in your mouth candy apple pork belly from this inexpensive cut of meat? Let's find out.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Grill Pasture, where we're bringing barbecue to life. Now, if you're new here, I'm Kevin, and today we're doing episode 2 of our Halloween sweet treat series. Now, today we're making something wild yet simple. We're making candy apple pork belly bite. Yes, you heard that right. Smoked pork belly on a stick, glazed in a sweet and spicy sauce. Now, this will be perfect for your Halloween party or just to impress your neighbors. Now, if you're not sure what pork belly is, it's the meat that comes from bacon. Now, if you love good barbecue and a few life lessons along the way, go ahead, hit the like button, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. Go ahead. I'll wait. Seriously though, it really helps the channel and helps others find us. All right, let's roll the intro and let's get started Halloween style. Now, if you've never used pork belly before, it's basically where we get bacon from. You can see it right there. Now, you can find pork belly just about anywhere. Most meat markets have it. Costco sells big slabs of it. But today, I went budget style and got it straight from Walmart. But that's okay, guys, because today we're gonna make it look beautiful and delicious. So not only is pork belly used to make bacon, but lots of people use pork belly to make burnt ends. And that's the style that we're gonna be using today to make this candy apple pork belly. Let's go get the grill started and get this pork belly seasoned up.
Now you'll notice we're only using a few charcoal briquettes, only about 10 to 12, because we're doing this low and slow and don't want the grill to get too hot. Now while these coals get ready, it's time to cut up our pork belly. Now we're going to cut these pork belly pieces into about 1 1/4 to about 1 1/2 inches thick. If you find any pork belly cubes that have mostly just fat, you might want to set those aside, but these have a good chunk of meat in there as well. I wore my fast shoes today so we can speed up the cutting process. Now once these are all cut up, it's time to add some honey mustard as a binder. Now don't worry, if you add honey mustard, you will not taste the mustard flavor in the end. Once these are all covered, it's time to add our barbecue rub. Today I'm using Killer Hog's barbecue rub. I'm going to get these completely covered using my Go-Go Gadget fast hands. Once these are completely covered, we're going to lay them out on a wire rack for easier transport to and from the grill. Make sure there's a little bit of space between each one so that the smoke can get all around each cube. Now, it looks like our coals are ashed over and ready to use. And today we're going to be using what's called the slow and sear. Now the slow and sear just helps us to go low and slow. So it sets to the side of the grill just like this. We'll add some unlit charcoal to one side of the slow and sear, and then we'll add our lit charcoal to the other side. I'm also going to add a chunk of applewood right over the hot part of the coals, and then add a couple more pieces of applewood over the unlit coals so that they will light and smoke as those charcoal get lit. Now that we got the lid on, we'll let the grill heat up. And today we'll be using the ThermoPro in order to monitor temperatures inside the grill. One of the things that I love about the ThermoPro is I can use the app on my phone, and through Bluetooth I can monitor temperatures from inside the house. Now that our grill is up to temperature at about 250 degrees, let's go ahead and add our pork belly rack right onto the opposite side of the coals because we don't want any direct heat hitting this pork belly. Let's get the top back on this grill and let's let these smoke for about 3 hours. If you're wondering how we control the temperature on this Weber grill, we just adjust the top vent to about 1/4 of the way open.
Do you ever have times in your life where things just don't go as planned? Like things just never go your way? You know, I'm willing to bet you have those moments. Sometimes we have moments where it feels like nothing goes our way. And making these candy apple pork belly bites, it got me thinking, as good as that candied, smoky flavor is, the little stick, it doesn't get a whole lot of hype, but it's the stick that keeps your fingers clean, and it's the stick that gives you something to hold on to. The stick holds it up. You see, without it, you've just got a mess of sticky fingers. And sometimes life can be the same way. See, when life gets hard or sticky, when things just don't go as planned, what or who do you have to hold on to? When you are struggling, who's someone that you can go to that can be your stick, someone that can hold you up? It's so important to stick with what or who matters most in your life. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your purpose. Maybe it's your faith. Maybe it's your passions. Maybe it's just doing something that gives you some energy. So what can be your stick? What can keep you held up? What can keep you from falling apart? And if things do fall apart, well, we've got some napkins. Let's go see if these pork belly bites are ready for the next step.
Oh yeah, these look and smell incredible already. So let's use our bionic hands to quickly get these off the grill and ready for the next step. Just look at that glistening goodness right there. Next, we're going to take some apple juice and pour it into the foil pan, but not too much, just enough to kind of cover the bottom, because this apple juice is going to help create a steam effect inside this foil pan. Now we'll add about a cup of brown sugar inside the foil pan as well, just on top, and this will help create a little bit more of that sticky effect on this pork belly. Let's get it covered with foil completely all the way around so that no air can get out. Now that it's completely covered in foil, let's get it back onto the grill, and we're going to let this smoke inside the grill, still at 250 degrees, for about another hour and a half. And while that's continuing to cook, let's get our sauce together. We'll start with some red pepper jelly. We're going to take a whole jar and dump it right into our bowl. We're also going to add a whole jar of sweet and sour sauce. We'll get this mixed up really good, and just before we use it, we're going to warm it up in the microwave just a little bit so it's warm. All right, it's been about an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and get these pork belly bites off the smoker. Now be careful opening up the foil because it's going to be hot and steamy inside there. So wear some gloves if you have any. It's time to make these look like candy apples. So let's take a stick and we're going to stick it through the top of one of these bites. Take that pork belly bite and stick it right into that sauce. Dip it all the way so it's completely covered. Look at that. Wow. All right, let's quickly get the rest of these done. I know what you're thinking. Man, he is super fast with that. Well, thank you for noticing. It's time to get these back on the grill, and we're only going to let these smoke for about 5 minutes. So let's get that lid on and let it go. It's been 5 minutes, so let's get these off the grill. We'll do it quickly. That's why they call me the Flash. Just look at that candy coat glisten.
Okay guys, the time has arrived. It's time to do a taste test and see how these candy apple pork belly bites taste. I gotta tell you right now though, they smell absolutely insane. So I can't wait to try this. So let me grab the stick. Check that out. You see that? It's glistening. Here we go. Oh man. It's like biting into a marshmallow with a ton of flavor. The stickiness, the smoky flavor's there, the sweetness is there. And check it out. The stick's holding it up. Guys, you have to try this. If you don't do it, I'm telling you right now, you are missing out. Now just remember, when things get sticky, whether in the kitchen, on the grill, or even in life, stick with it. Don't retreat. Let people in. You just might be surprised who your stick might be. Hold on to it, because the sweetest results tend to come after the hardest work and after a little bit of extra patience. And hey, if you lose your grip, that's okay. Just grab another stick. I know I'm about to. Well, thanks everyone for watching today. If you like this video, be sure to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and maybe share the video with somebody who could use a little bit of encouragement and a whole lot of flavor. And thanks for watching this episode of Grill Pastor, where we're bringing barbecue to life. Happy Halloween, everybody.